Tell me about your favorite pastime. I have favorite pastime, and my favorite pastime is play mobile games. I really like to play mobile games, especially PUBG Mobile or Fire Unknown Battleground. I play with my brother. We play together until we feel tired. I think we best player in this game because no one can beat us. We we can help each other. We can fit together for strong player, and then we can beat other players so easy. I like games as well. When do you usually do your pastime? I do my pastime almost every night. Before that, I will check my schedule. I will check my class online or overdue from task. After that, if no one task or online class, I will I will tell my brother to play PUBG Mobile, and I call it login, and then we play till at night. Do you think pandemic is over? To be honest, I'm not sure that this pandemic will over. Uh, I think it's so weird if this disease disappear without any cure. Maybe the vaccine that has been given had positive impact on this disease. But I heard a news a few days ago about the new variant of COVID-19. There was new variant called Omicron, and Indonesia found one patient who had virus with that variant. But not long after the news report has recovered. The patient has recovered. So I don't think this pandemic will end so easily. The picture above. The picture shows students who are in the class and are paying attention to anything in front of them, and I'm sure that is their lecturer who explaining the learning material. They look focused when they pay attention to the material in front of them. Learning in the classroom greatly facilitates the teaching and learning system because if students find difficulties, they can directly ask their lecturer about it. It's been 2 years since government declared a lockdown so that teaching and learning activities are held at home. I love to study at class, discuss, and arguing with my friends. Those assignments that have been given together, it's better to study at class than study online. Tell me about the first time you go to college. The first time I go college, I was so nervous because I know that college is so different than the high school. I remember the first time I go to college, I was accompanied by my friend who has become my senior because he been there for a year. He took me to a building where my class is. After that, I went to the lift alone and wait for my friend there. We have made an appointment via private chat. After I met him, we went to our class. And like the first day of the class, the lecturer introduced himself and asked us to introduce ourselves one by one. At then at that time I looked around and thought this classroom is very comfortable, and that time I felt I was very happy to start studying at this college. Number 3, do you think the learning style is different with high school? I think the learning style of college is a bit different with high school. In high school, the teacher will explain. In college, the lecturer only explain the outline of material. Example, in additional, there are also different in the assignment given. In high school, the teacher will give a segment clearly. I mean, the teacher will ask the student to do exercises that written in the book and answer is easily to get. In college, it's different. The lecturer often give a project exercise. The lecturer will ask us to make the project refer to the material given. One more different thing that I like from college rather than the high school is the uniform things. In the college, we are free to wear what we want to wear as long as the clothes is decent. Hello man, tell me what you see in two picture above. I see two very different places in this picture. In the first picture, there are many skyscrapers in urban areas. There are many tall buildings, and these buildings are close together, so we can see the sky clearly when we're on the street. In the second picture, it looked like a village. Village. Seen in the photo that the village live side by side with nature. Many settlements in the village are surrounded by rice fields. The air in the countryside is very cold and refreshing. Number 2. Where do you think the picture were taken? In the first picture, this tall and decent buildings are certainly found in urban areas. In urban areas, most of the population work as office workers because many large companies are located in urban areas. And in the big cities, public places such as schools, hospitals, malls, museums, and others. Very easy to find these facilities. The second picture was taken in the countryside, where you can see the small village in the distance of each house is not too close, like the type of the house in the countryside in general. They are public places such as school, health center, and markets. And most of population work as traders, farmers, and fishermen. Number 3. Which do you think is cozier to live in? Why? I don't know which cozier to live in the city or village, because I live in cities. Since I was born, I like to live housing area. I like to go to mall whenever I want to, and I think I'm used to living in urban areas. I'm used to living in crowded areas, so have many people in my sight. But once I visit my hometown in the village, I stayed there for 1 month. Shortly after that, I love my village too, because they're very refreshing, very cool, and very calm. If we live in village, and uh, I like to sight I like to sight of them. Thank Hello ma'am, tell me about when you have your first presentation. Uh, my first presentation when I was junior high school. Out of the presentation is still done in group. The presentation I've ever done were school materials presentation that were done individual and in the group. When I'm going to make presentation, the first thing I will do is pay attention to the instruction given, such as that material will be present, the term of the present, and the time allotted for making presentation. After that, I will prepare the presentation material, and when it finishes, I will reread the material to make sure that I remember and understand. How do you feel at the time? I always feel nervous every time when I do presentation until I was in college. Even though I already understand the material that I will present, I feel less confident to do presentation because I'm afraid that I will given the wrong material and will embarrass myself. When I present in front of my friend, I bit nervous, not nervous. I don't know, maybe because I feel there's nothing to be afraid of when my friend when I converse I don't know, when I present in front of my friend. Do you think giving presentation is your skill? Why? I don't think so. Giving presentation is my skill because I'm insecure person and nervous. If many people pay attention me or looking at me, stare at me, I will feel nervous and dizzy when I start presentation. Thank you.